Let's suppose a simple random sample of size n equals 1,000 is obtained from a population whose size is 1,500,000 and whose population proportion with a specified characteristic is p equals 0.22. And we're going to complete several parts of this problem. And the first thing that we're asked to do is describe the sampling distribution of the sample proportion. So whenever we're describing the distribution of a sample proportion, I just grabbed this screenshot here from one of the earlier videos. The first thing we need to do is check to see if it's approximately normal. So we're given this formula here that NP times 1 minus P is at least 10. So that's the normality criterion or condition. And I just did that quickly over here in my calculator, and I see that that does meet that requirement. There is one other requirement here, that the sample size needs to be less than or equal to 5% of the population size. No, that's not explicitly stated from the notes, but we could definitely see here that 1,000 is less than 5% of 1.5 million. And that one's the independence requirement. So now that those requirements are met, we can find this mean of the sample proportion and the standard deviation of the sample proportion. Finding the mean is pretty simple. Those two are equal here. The mean of the sample proportion and the population proportion are equal. So we can see here that this is the best answer choice, where p equals 0.22 and mu of p hat is also 0.22. But getting sigma, let me come back one more time, I need to calculate sigma of p hat. So let's do that in the calculator. So I just type that in with the values that we had, and here's how I get the standard deviation of the sample proportion, being approximately 0.1 or 0.0131. Okay, so that's why answer choice A is the best answer choice. Now, from here, we've just done all these things because we're going to use a normal distribution to describe this sampling distribution of p hat. So in other words, what I'm going to use in my calculator is underneath second vars, I want to use the normal CDF to do parts B and C. So I'm going to select normal CDF. This one, the lower bound, because we're asked for probability greater than or equal to 250, you might be putting here the lower bound is 250, but really it's 250 over the sample size. Remember, it's a proportion, okay, that meet that characteristic. Upper, let's just go with the 1E99. Mu, we just found. Sigma, we just found. Paste, and here is our answer. So just keep that in mind when you do part C. Again, we're going to use normal CDF. Lower bound this time is negative 1E99 because I'm looking for probability of obtaining 180 or fewer individuals with this characteristic. Just remember, for the upper, it's a proportion, so 180 out of 1,000 have that characteristic. I keep mu and sigma the same, and this is that last probability.